everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Anisa and let's get right into the video. So this will be a real-time set of acrylic nails from start to finish. I believe I do go ahead and soak her off and then I will go ahead and get into her set. But everything I will link to be linked to down below in the description, and I'll be back after I'm done with the filing part. So now that I remember, I just removed a lot of the product, and then now I'm going in and pushing her cuticles back. Then I will go ahead and remove the shine from her natural nails, as well as do some cuticle prep, and then I'll go in with her tips. These are the medium almond tips by GZL Beauty. And again, everything I have linked to be linked to down below in the description. Now I'm going in with my magnets and my tip cutter, and I'm going in and cutting her nails down at first just a little bit, and she's like, oh, I like it. And then she was like, wait a minute, these are too long. So I'll go back again and cut them down one more notch each, and that will be her perfect length. So these sizes do run very large on these tips, and I like to make sure that there's no tip on her skin or overhanging too much just before I go in with the sanding band, so I can make sure when I go over the sanding with the sanding band to blend in the tip to her natural nail, it's not going over it too much and heating up or anything like that. So going in with the file first does help a lot. And then after this, I will go in with my dehydrator and my primer, and then we'll start the acrylic application. I'm going in with my Mia Secret dehydrator, but I'm pretty sure anyone will work. And after that is all dry, I'll go in with a primer, and then I'll go in with 2 layers of primer. After the first one dries, then I'll do the second one, and then I will be doing my acrylic application. And this is what helps me get better retention, and also when it comes to changing colors, it makes it a little bit easier. This is Natural Pink by GZL Beauty, and I'm also using Gleaming Pink as my glitter for this set. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the clear acrylic from GZL Beauty, and I'm also going to encapsulate with it. And I actually really like this clear. It was really good. I didn't have any issues with it. I didn't have any issues with bubbles or anything like that. And the monomer I'm using is JC Beauty Concepts. The brush is a Panna size 10, And I'm gonna let you guys watch, and then I will be back when it comes to the next part. So I'm gonna tell you all how I like to do my ombres. It doesn't matter if it's glitter or if it's like a solid color or anything like that. So I'm using gleaming pink, and I like to put the bead down, and then I like to blend it up towards the cuticle, and I like to fade it, and I like to make sure that it has like an actual stop, but it's blended wherever it stops. So it makes it 10 times easier to blend that nude when I come back, because I like to have all my nails to be dry before I go ahead and blend that second color or the nude or whatever I'm doing. And I asked her if she wanted more glitter. She said yes, so I went ahead and did a second layer. Sometimes using a bigger bead might not help, especially in the case of this fine glitter. You might have to do a little bit of like 2 layers just so you can put another one on there and you're not swiping around as much, so it's a little bit more pigmented, but it just depends. And I like to do all 5 fingers first and then go ahead and do all the nude and then go ahead and encapsulate. But that's just me. Some people like to do it like finger by finger. It just really depends on what you like or what you need. And of course, this is all in real time, and I'm going to let you watch, and then I will be back. And again, I will be encapsulating all of this, so don't worry about making it too thick, but at the same time, don't make it super thick. And I don't have a harsh ridge to try and fight with my ombre. That's also why I like doing my clear base layer, because it just made the nail like flat. It made it all one thing except for the tip. Really, the tip has a little bit of product on there, but not a lot. So if you try and just do the ombre sometimes where it's just the tip being done, sometimes there can be like a little bit of a gap. You've probably seen it before if you've done nails before with like certain kind of tints where there's like a gap between where the tip is and where the nail is, and it can make it super hard to blend. That's also why I recommend doing a clear layer, especially for ombres. So for the nude, I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm starting near the cuticle area to make sure I get it nice and flush, and then I blend it down. Sometimes you might need more than one bead, and ombres are really just however you want to do them. Sometimes you can do what I'm doing right here, which is swiping away like from side to side to make sure my blend doesn't go up too high and I'm removing excess product. I like to do that because sometimes it just travels way too far, and I don't want to leave that nude over that glitter. I want it to be like an actual transition and not just the nude going all the way down to the tip. And depending on certain colors, you will have to do like a transitional bead where you put down a bead of your second color. In my case, this is nude, and I like to put down a small one right where I know that it's kind of gonna end, and it's to have it very like faded at that part and a little bit more pigmented, but it's not crazy noticeable, but it really helps get your ombre nice and seamless. That pinky finger looks very good to me. It looks very seamless, very natural, and that is actually what I'm going for, even though glitter is not really natural. But I'm just saying the blend looks pretty seamless to me, at least from here, and I don't have my glasses on, so that might be an issue. Now I'm going in and encapsulating, and sometimes I do it differently, but it just depends if I really need to structure the nail with the clear or just kind of only encapsulate where it goes up to the blend and leave it there. It just really depends on how I laid those design layers pretty much, because this is just a complete design. There's gonna be really nothing else over this besides for top coat. So this is a very easy, very fast, very simple thing, but you have to encapsulate, because if you don't, you're gonna go ahead and file everything away, and that would be a complete waste of time. Some people do not encapsulate, but that's because they say it makes their blend better when they file over it just a little bit. But it just really depends on what you like, or if you know you're not going to go over the surface of the nail a lot, then maybe, and like, you know, you built your colors up all the way so it's good. But sometimes I don't encapsulate like the cuticle area or a little bit before the blend. It just depends on how I built the nail at that time. For clear nails, it's very important that you don't leave any acrylic at the underneath of the nail, because you will see it, and if you let it dry there, it's going to be kind of hard to get out. So now I'm going in and reshaping her nail. This is a Beauty Secrets 180 grit hand file, and I'm going in and making sure that there's no acrylic on the sides, and then I'm going to go in and use my e-file. Right now, all I'm doing is going in with a fine sanding band. This is the same one I used earlier. And typically, I would like to do this before using the Pana 5-in-1 bit or anything like that, but I decided to do it first for some reason this day, and it could have been enough, but I decided to go in with the Pana 5-in-1 later on. But you could also go in with the Kiara Sky drill bit that I have pictured here, which I really like, but for some reason it's at the bottom of a glass jar, and I could use a magnet and get it out, but I don't even know how it got in that jar in the first place. So that's why I haven't been using it. If you've been wondering, she's at the bottom of a jar. So I did most of the work with the sanding band, which is why I'm going in with the 5-in-1 like so fast, because like I said, this is real time and I'm like, whoa. But it's because I did the vast majority of the work with the sanding band, and this is just helping it look really, really clean to me. I think that the metal bits or even the ceramic bits do a better job versus a sanding band. A sanding band works pretty well for some, or if you like have the time for it to work, but I like it to look a certain way, and metal bits, they just get it there a lot faster. So that's like kind of the only reason why I use like metal or ceramic bits, just to get the job done faster. But I still will have to buff and do stuff like that. If you use a sanding band, depending on the grit you use, you won't have to do that. And these are pink long sponge buffers. They are from Amazon, and I really, really enjoy them. And this is actually like my second time repurchasing them. I have a haul video out, 2 of them actually, so I will leave that linked. After I've dusted and cleansed the nails, I'm going in with acetone to make the nails super, super clear when the top coat hits it. And this is the Hype rubber top coat. I like it, but I will be trying the Koopa top coat soon, so I'll let you guys know which one I like more. But I have enjoyed this one, but to me it's just a little bit too thick for my liking, but it is still a good top coat nonetheless, and it doesn't like peel or anything like that. But I've also never had an issue with top coat peeling. I do go ahead and cure it for a full 120 seconds, and again, I make sure that there is no like drips of top coat underneath, because I will top coat the underneath of her nails later on so they have a full transparent look to them. You can see that there is some acetone and a brush right there, because as soon as I'm done top coating this before I cure it, I'm going to go ahead and wipe off the nails on like the skin slash like the sides of it just a little bit, because I've had to learn the hard way of making my sets look a little bit raggedy because the top coat spilled over and I didn't want to wipe it, because I was like, oh, it's extra time. But my sets have been looking a million times better, and it's just a lot safer because you don't want to risk any allergies or anything like that from leaving product on the skin. And after I wipe the nails off, I'm going to go ahead and cure them. Here I am going in with the Melody Susie top coat underneath. I actually really, really like it. However, I did not feel like wrestling with that other top coat, with the hype top coat. So here I am adding some cuticle oil, and that will be the end. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. Everything I have linked to be linked down below in the description, and let me know anything you want to see down below in the comments, or just say hey and tell me what's going on. It's been a while, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.